Here's a few wild things I've noticed about the 3D avatars that you can create of yourself in Apple Vision Pro. Apple Vision Pro famously can make a 3D scan of your face to create an avatar, or how they call it, your persona, which you can then use to call your friends using FaceTime, join Zoom calls, and even live streams. But there's a few crazy details about these personas that I will talk about in this video that are easy to miss. First, Apple Vision Pro will scan your hands because your hands will be a part of your digital avatar. Then you will remove your headset and place it in front of you. What's crazy is that you will actually see your face on the Apple Vision Pro's front panel. It's kind of like looking into a tiny digital mirror. And I could see that it was really my face and not just a generic 3D face. After that, it'll ask you to turn your head right, then left, up and down, and capture a few facial expressions like smiling with and without showing your teeth, raising your eyebrows, and closing your eyes. That's all the expressions. There's no angry or confused expressions that you need to make. All the information it needs will be extracted from those few things that you've done. I thought that setup process was really quick and easy. Quick tip, put a really bright light in front of you because that way the scan will be more accurate. And just like that, by placing the headset on, voila, your persona will be staring straight at you, and it kind of feels like seeing yourself in a video game. There will be some minor things that you can adjust about your avatar, such as brightness, which can make your skin look a bit different, but that's about it. I do wish that you could adjust certain things about your appearance, such as the color of your eyes or the color of my hair, because I found that my eyes looked more brownish than blue-gray that they really are, so that is something I would love to actually be able to adjust manually. It looks strange at first, but the more I looked at it, the more I got used to it, and what blew my mind was how detailed and responsive all the expressions and even micro-expressions were being captured. Unfortunately, when you make a video call, you can't see your face like you would if you made a call from your phone, but just seeing my friends' avatars like Nathy's and Jasmine's, I was so impressed by the precision of their facial expressions and the speed with which they were changing, all matching what they were saying. While obviously there's still room for improvement, these personas are the closest to the real deal that I've ever experienced. With the exception of hands. Even though it scanned my hands, I was a bit disappointed because I've got a fresh coat of nail polish and it didn't even capture it. A few things I've noticed about this avatar is that if something is covering your face in real life, even if it's the hands that were already scanned, that part of the face that is covered will turn a bit transparent or dark. I hope that this is something that will be improved in the future iterations, because if you're scanning the hands and you're scanning the face, then it will be more natural if you could see the expressions touching your face while you're talking to someone is quite common, and that's just not being captured in these avatars for now. Because you were doing this right to left, up and down motions, the avatar is captured in about 180 degrees up and down and right and left. And these avatars are spatial, so if you are physically moving in your space, your avatar will not be frozen in one spot, it will move with you, which is really cool. It will even change depending on whether you place your camera down below or up above. You will see that that person is now looking up or down. But if you turn more than 180 degrees, because the camera didn't capture the back of your head, all you will see is just the outline of the avatar. It will kind of look like a shadow. It does look a bit creepy, but that's how you understand that the person is not actually facing you when they're talking to you. And also, one thing I've noticed, if you talk to more than one person at a time, because it's all spatial, when you bring your hand close to one person, the other one won't be able to see it, which means that you can have a secret ASL conversation without the other person knowing it. But one of my favorite experiences with these 3D personas is playing multiplayer games. If you run a multiplayer game, such as a game room for example, while you're on a call with a friend, it'll instantly give you an option to invite them, and all they need to do is accept it and the game will begin. It was so quick and simple. We managed to do it at the first try. We didn't even know what to do, it just happened. No creating parties, no finding ways to generate those invitations. It was just the simplest process imaginable. Nathy and I played battleships, and even though we played online, because I could see his facial expressions and reactions to my moves, and even the way his head tilted down when he was placing his shots, all that created the whole experience like we're sitting at the same table together. And I gotta tell you that that impacted me so much. Having my whole family in Ukraine, I would give so much for them to have the tools that would allow us to feel like we are in the same room together, even though we're 1,000 miles away. Just to be able to jump on calls together, play some games, or even just spend time, even though it's VR, this is the closest to the real life presence that I've ever experienced. And of course, being there in real life life will always be better. But if there's no other option, then you cannot find a more realistic way to feel the presence of your loved ones than with the personas from Apple Vision Pro. Considering that this is the first generation product, I am beyond impressed by the quality and the performance of these avatars. But what do you think? Is there anyone in your life, perhaps far away, that you would love to see as a realistic 3D avatars? Or do you find that unsettling? Share your thoughts in the comments and see you in the next one.